Hey, Janaki, hero. Nice chanting you did there yesterday. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vishvambara, Vishvambara, Nimai, Nimai, 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 Chandra, Gora 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 Chandra, Goranga, 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 Goranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ah, ah. Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Sachi, welcome. Okay. Database. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Gauranga. Let's see. Let's read some 10th canto here. Hare Krishna. Mother, Lord Krishna shows the universal form within his mouth. Chapter 8, Canto 10. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shukadev Goswami said, Maharaj Parikshit Maharaj Parikshit, the priest of the Yadu dynasty, namely Garga Muni, who was highly elevated in austerity and penance, was then inspired by Vasudev to go see Nanda Maharaj at his home. When Nanda Maharaj saw Garga Muni present at his home, Nanda was so pleased that he stood up to receive him with folded hands. And although Garga Muni was with his eyes saw Nanda Maharaj could appreciate that Garga Muni was a doksha, that he was not an ordinary person seen by material senses. When Garga Muni had been properly received as a guest and was comfortably seated, Nanda Maharaj submitted with gentle and submissive words, Dear sir, because you are a devotee, you are full in everything. Yet my duty is to serve you. Kindly order me. What can I do for you? O my Lord, O great devotee, persons like yourself, persons like you move from one place to another, not for their own interests, but for the sake of poor-hearted grihastas, householders. Otherwise, they have no other interest in going from one place to another. So, as factually stated by Nanda Maharaj, Gargamuni, being a devotee, had no needs. Similarly, when Krishna comes, he has no needs, for he is Purna Atmaram. Nonetheless, he descends to this material world to protect the devotees and to vanquish the miscreants. Uh, yeah. So actually, that's the again, that's the liberated soul, the pure devotee, the empowered devotee. Um, when you're ready to be delivered, they come. See, and on behalf of the Lord, just like the Lord comes, and He leaves this work into the hands of His pure devotees. So they're not, even though they, of course, any person with a body has needs, but in a sense, they're not really like needy. Ever see needy people in the world? They're needy. They need things above their needs. They need your happy association. They need you, and they don't want to let you go. You ever see people like that? So real devotees don't have that because only the Lord is what they need. See, they need that. Those needs are transformed and transcended into need for God. See, there's a need. That's why the devotees, they're always feeling needy for the Lord. And that's good. That brings the Lord to fulfill those needs. See, but in the world, when people are needy like that, it's a drain. You notice that? It's like it takes your energy. It's like energy vampires. Nonetheless, he descends to this material world to protect the devotees and vanquish the miscreants. So that's always the business of the Lord and the Lord's real devotees. There's a song. I'll be right back. Yeah, yeah. So the Lord and the devotees um, descend to this world to protect the devotees. The younger brothers. So you need an older brother. See, and so the Lord comes first, usually, either as a powerful incarnation, and then leaves this work into the hands of His real disciplic line, who have real love for Him. So our line is a powerful line. It's with Lord Caitanya and Nityananda, and they're real followers. Okay? So we're here to do the same thing. To deliver the devotees. Right? To help deliver them means to awaken ecstatic devotion and to annihilate the miscreants. But we don't do it with material weapons. We do it with the truth. See, we annihilate the miscreants with the real Bhagavatam, see? With the real truth. We destroy the illusionists by destroying their ideas, their illusory ideas. And that's good for everybody. It's good for them. See? Because that's what keeps everybody on the mundane material plane. See, only the real empowered devotees are really conclusive because of real bhakti. So they have spiritual power like that. So if you have any comments or questions, put them in the chat and we'll discuss these things. So the mission of the Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead, and the devotees also have the same mission. See, one who executes this mission is para upakara. See, you can't really execute this mission unless you're empowered, like coming from the Lord's power, that Shuddha Bhakti power. See, that's why not everybody is an acharya or even a spiritual master. Actually, a spiritual master is really ideally meant to deliver their disciples. And a lot of people, they don't get right away such a teacher. They might have teachers in anywhere, New Age, Buddhism. In Krishna consciousness, you have a guru that hasn't really. They're not like the pure devotees here, empowered by the Shuddha Bhakti potency yet. So by and by, gradually, especially that's the thing, if you make connection with the Hare Krishna movement, gradually you'll be moved forward. Bhakti Vinod said that too in Sri Krishna Samhita. This path is so wonderful that it automatically moves you forward. Even though you may go slow. That one's not working. I think you got two up there. Let's try this one. Yeah. Yeah, you may go slow, and like if you don't have a real guru yet. Real means they got real bhakti, real devotion, and you get really delivered in this life, and you feel it. Like you can see in our sangha, certain devotees are really delivered. I mean, they got the devotional potency, and it just grows. See, now that's impressive. I mean, that needs. See, this is how we destroy the miscreants. This is how we destroy the demons. Because most of us are demons. We come into this world more or less demoniac. Because of the association. Look at good people; they turn into demoniac. Just now, especially now, as soon as you believe and you serve the demons, you become like them. You notice? All these nice coppers in many countries. They go. Usually, they have their wives and their children, and they're very nice, and they did nice work and everything. But then the demons start to order them, and all of a sudden they change. So you become almost like who you see. You become like who you serve. See? Serve the devotees. So that's still an echo. Is it? Do you guys getting an echo? Oh yeah, there's an echo. Okay, let's see. I'll take it all the way out. Okay, there shouldn't be any echo now. No echo, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So let me go on here. So one who executes the mission of para upakara, performing welfare activities for people in general, is recognized by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as being very dear to him. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised this para upakara, and and he has especially advised the inhabitants of India. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India should make his life successful and work for the benefit of other people. On the whole, the duty of a pure Vaishnava devotee is not to act for the welfare is to act for the welfare of others. See? And how do they do that? This kind of mission. See? Distribute real transcendental knowledge. Can you see how people need this kind of knowledge? Tremendously. They don't have it. And therefore they're going down, they're being brainwashed, they're being killed off, they're being duped, deceived. See, all because they don't have knowledge of the Vedas, the Vedic conclusions, these very deep truths about what is life about. Who are we? They don't know. Oh, we're here to be here to serve the spiritual potency. By chanting. When you start really feeling the service of the spiritual potency, chanting these verses, chanting the name, you start to feel the bliss and the ecstasy of that service. See, how many people do you see with bliss and ecstasy in their service in the world? I mean, they're waiters. Do you see anybody going around with a thing on their and their hands and they whoa, like that. That kind of happiness is only for those serving the transcendental nature of God. See, which is the name, and that's why ultimately the Vaishnavas, the ISKCON devotees that are connected with Prabhupada and these Vedic scriptures and the holy name will also get there, because you could see a lot of dedicated devotees. They give their whole lives to Krishna. No, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, don't worry about the echo. Is only for us, but not for them. Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll put a little echo. I like a little echo in there, just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. So this is the greatest service, and it's available. The Lord Chaitanya came to give this to anybody who feels called. If you feel called and you see the devotees, like, or you saw Lord Chaitanya 550 years ago, or you saw Nakula Brahmachari going down the street ecstatically chanting Hare Krishna, laughing and crying, see, and you went and followed him, then you can very easily get this. Just like now, it's it's the Kali Yuga is advanced quite a bit, so quite a bit. So people go through a little purification usually, but by and by they start to become ecstatic, and you can relate when you read these pastimes of these ecstatic devotees. You can say, "Oh, wow, look at this! I feel these kind of things. Oh, I can relate. Oh, that's so great." See, you got confirmation. You're on the right path. Otherwise, you might, a lot of people, even Lord Chaitanya thought something might be wrong with him because nobody was confirming his ecstatic. What is a hey sugar? Hey sugar. Hey sugar is here. Well, we'll see. We've got to see. I'll put you up if you have a video. Yeah. Yeah, put your video on and we'll put you up. We'll play with you a little bit. We'll play with the sugar. Yeah. Yeah. See, on the whole, the duty of a pure Vaishnava is to act for the welfare of others. See, yeah, yeah, and so anyway, there are different levels of service, and this is really this is the one that Lord Chaitanya wants to bring people to, where you're serving Krishna, because Krishna and Radha is in their name, right? They're non-different. So when you're serving their name in the affective stage, the prema stage, that's when you start to laugh, you cry, all these beautiful things. Okay? Remember Lord Chaitanya, it said Chaitanya Charitamrita, he said he was teaching the Mayavadis that, hey, there's a higher way of worshiping God than trying to be God, be thinking you're God. He says, I had a spiritual master and he instructed me to chant this name. I didn't know what it was. I just started chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and all of a sudden I started to laugh, I started to cry, I started to choke up, and all these ecstatic symptoms. So he went back to his guru, and he says, "Oh, what kind of mantra? What kind of mantra did you give me?" Thanks, sugar, for pairing the channels there. Yeah, yeah. What kind of mantra do you give me? When I chant it, it makes me laugh. It makes me cry. Hey, this is the truth. If anybody has any ears, you find the path because you find a situation like that where there's a guru who gives a mantra and you chant it and you become ecstatic, or you have some relation, you like to read Chaitanya Bhagavat and you become ecstatic, whatever kind of form is natural to you of devotional service, you become ecstatic. That's the main thing. See? And what did the guru said? Oh, my child, how wonderful this is. You've attained the ultimate goal of life. You are now a liberated soul. Now go on chanting alone and in association with devotees and liberate the world. See? That's what we do. We're here doing that together. It's amazing, man. There's a lot of liberated souls coming. Could you imagine if all of ISKCON understood what I just said? They would know where the path is. They would know where the ultimate goal of life is. Life ultimate goal. Excuse me. Went down the wrong pipe. Life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna, devotional mellows. And that's its style. That's how it shows up. That's what's here. That's our service to the world. That's the welfare work we're doing for the world. Nothing else. Just bring people to the point of ecstasy very quickly without a lot of troubles. Now that's a brand, huh? We got, right now, I just think we got a monopoly on this. This is a niche. This is a brand, a transcendental brand. See, brand people with Radha and Krishna, forever. This is, what's too tiring for you there? So, Bhakti Tom, can you explain what's too tiring? Is it the sound or something? Oh, the sound. Okay. The sound isn't okay. I'm not going to report it every time. It is audible, but it costs me too much energy. I wonder what it is that causes that. Okay, so, I'll use the other microphone. So let's switch it now. So here's the other microphone. You're probably Rama Rama Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's see how that is. How's that going? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I think we got it here. You got sound now? Yeah. Is it better than it was? Yeah. I think this microphone isn't very good. Got to send it back. Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. It's working. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yeah. Oh, there's a big purport here, I think. Okay, here we go. So this is the mission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who executes this mission, performing welfare activities for people in general, is recognized by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as being very, very dear to him. And this is practical. You think this is just words usually. You know, people say these things. Yeah, I'm very happy about that to see disciples were making so much progress. It's amazing. It's Krishna. See, Krishna is the increase. Like the Christians say, the Lord is the increase, gives the increase. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. So there was something I was gonna say here. Yeah, this is the mission of the Supreme Lord Godhead, and the devotees also have the mission, same mission. One who executes this mission, oh, it becomes very dear to Krishna. Yeah, and how you know? It's not just words. It's not like, oh, my Guru Dev is very dear to Krishna. Yeah, how do you know? Well, because the Guru's supposed to be. No, he's very dear to Krishna because there are symptoms. If a person is dear to a transcendental personality, you're going to see, wow, this person loves this transcendental personality. Or, in other words, practically, this person loves this name of this transcendental personality. That's how that person. This person loves his his book representation. See, you can see the bliss, you can see the ecstasy. Sometimes they cry, sometimes they laugh, sometimes they're in normal consciousness, but you can see. See, there's visible symptoms that a person is dear to Krishna. Otherwise, you don't know. It's just a bunch of words or probably being fooled. Anybody could say that. Lip service. Yes, my Guru Dev is very dear to Lord Krishna. Oh yeah, how do we know? Oh, don't give that kind of lip service. Not with truth. No, 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 not deep. We don't want to go deep. Let's just pretend. See, we teach symptoms here. It's all about learning how to identify where is spiritual potency acting in this world. See, if you can figure that out, then you know the best place to be. Matter of fact, that is a very rare place where the spiritual potency is actually manifesting. Everywhere else is mundane practically. It's only a very rare place, rare situation, rare time that the spiritual potency appears on this planet. See, that's when real deliverance is here. That's when the real devotees, pure devotees, are here. That's where those who are empowered by the spiritual potency are here. That's where your deliverance is here. That's where the demons inside you will go. The demons outside you will lay off you. Yamaraj gave the order. He says, "Oh, my dear," see, he told his workers they serve Yamaraj, and they're the agents of karma for the karmis. You don't want to be a karmi, and that's nice. We're on another path. We're not karmis anymore. The Lord's given us the keys. Now we drive the car. It's got wings too. This car is not just on the ground. It's not grounded, man. It flies through the air. We don't have to wait for them to invent one. This is our car with wings. See, the miscreants only act in this world. See, we vanquish the miscreants because they act because of ignorance. Because, there's a rule amongst the demon. Did you know the demons have rules? They have to show you and they have to get you to accept their orders. Whether it doesn't matter, they could trick you, lie to you, deceive you. But if you accept their association and you accept their orders, if you accept them as your rulers, they think, well, you're a stupid ass. You deserve to be a slave, a serf. You don't have any intelligence. You can't see I'm jerking you around, man. Yeah. Go into a grocery store. It's all those things on the shelves is all from the demons. They're saying, look at these stupid fools. They go up there and they get all these sodas, the whole rows and rows of sodas, big bottles, and cheap, Oh, get soda cheap, like beer and all that. Yeah, cheap alcohol, cheap beer, and then people going, you drink. Yeah, see, they're serving their masters. Yeah, drink that, all that sugar, man. Send you to the dentist and hospitals and all that stuff. And people don't think. But that goes all the way into religion. So there's still needs some development of thought there and understanding. See, that's why if you see the devotee went and said, well, actually, I'm going to get to it and then we'll read it and then talk about it. Yeah, it's like that. So one who has taken his birth as a human being in the land. Oh, I read that. Okay. Nanda Maharaj could understand Narada Muni had come for this purpose to act for the welfare of others, and that his own duty now was to act according to Garga Muni's advice. See, so that's an elevated devotee. That's an intelligent person that can recognize that this person is not just an ordinary person seen by mundane senses. This person is empowered by the transcendental God, transcendental Lord. See, not easy to see because most people need more purification to see that. It is my. They naturally act for the welfare of others in the world. They know the best thing to do. They know the best actions to take. Let me inquire from them. See, so that takes a lot of purification. Usually, not everybody's like that. Only those who are ready for that, or this, they're just wired up. They just come to such devotees and they feel naturally submissive, and then they get the favors bestowed upon the gentle disciple because of that. Otherwise, not until that. See, people have arrogance a lot of times. Even good people, vegans, vegetarians, uh, you know, fruit eaters only, milk drinkers. They think they know. It ain't enough. These gurus, maybe they're good. Maybe they do follow the programs and they have disciples and they do their best and all that stuff to help them. But there's more. See, ultimately, you have to follow the real Bhagavatam. These verses, every friggin' verse, man, is and purport is the same path. It's the same thing. People say I repeat myself. I'm just repeating obviously Prabhupada's repeating himself, and the devotee Shukadev Goswami is repeating himself because they say the same things, same types of things over and over again. But do the devotees get tired of hearing it? No, like from this angle, that angle, this angle. And what does it do? It helps people see. It opens their blinded eyes. Because if you can see where the real path is from simple explanations, the person who's on that path realized that path, then you found like the proper direction in life. Otherwise, everybody is misleading you more or less. See, more or less. Some people more, some people less. But it's always more or less until you meet those who have an intimate, ecstatic relationship with God. Krishnadas Kaviraj says in the first canto, he says, "I've been." I forgot that. It's a great verse, but something paraphrased. It's just something where it says, you know, everyone in this world is misdirecting me, but the Lord, Madan Mohan, they are my real directors. See, they direct him now in the heart. He got that. Then see, following the real path. Nityananda was his guru. It seems his Shiksha gurus, Sanatan, Aropa. He had so many exalted devotee association. It's not a wonder why he could write that book. He was super empowered and super blessed. It all happens by a causeless, yeah, yeah. It's the causeless mercy of the Lord and the devotee. It's like the flute and the flautist. How are you going to hear the song of God if there's no flute here? God is in everybody, right? But people don't hear that song. So the Lord brings his flutes. His flutes are his instruments who work for this higher understanding. See, and gives and destroys the ignorance. See, the ignorance causes demoniac action in this world, things against God. Just look how people they don't know. They're the innocent are also brought down. That's why you see the devotees, they preach to the innocent and avoid the envious. See? Because the demons are preaching to them too. See? So the devotees preach to the innocent and try to get their attention because there's a better result. The other one, you're getting deceived into doing harmful things to yourself. So here you're becoming received, not deceived, received by God. Yeah, give us a word there, Govinda.
Testing, testing. Okay. If you get a microphone, but it's like the wrong one, so hope the sound is okay. Uh, but I got the receipt, so I'll change it and I'll look again. Um, yeah, just couldn't stop the class this morning. Just was so I just got such life from reading back to Vinod Thakur's poetry. I just I spent the day sunbathing actually. It's been really nice. After that, I just laid in the like sunflower seeds, soaking up the sun, and just feeling bliss and connecting a little bit with the devotees and some ideas for music, videos. Yeah, I just get so much pleasure from this association with the devotees. And like what you said, I'm learning that what you're saying, preach to the innocent, because they're receptive, man. They're receptive and effective. And I can't be wasting my time. I don't. With some devotees, there's so much stuff. They're in the Krishna consciousness. They're going to get it in some way live, but the innocent are attractive to my heart. And what we have in England is an amazing setup for preaching. We've got the Witherspoons. I don't spend hardly any money at supermarkets. I go to food banks. Um, and it's a great place to meet people. I've not felt yet there's any. Oh, I met somebody outside of a food bank today and had a nice talk with them just walking along. And, it was really lovely to share because they've been to India. A nice lady, been to India. I just share. It was so when someone's vibing together just on a spiritual dialogue, listening to her, listening to me. And yeah, we just left it on a kind of nice thing. It was just spontaneous in the moment. She was walking along, just ended up walking together and sharing about what we do. So the innocent, I get what you're saying. Sometimes you devotees, it's going nowhere sometimes within the establishment. So I'm tuning in more to that now. My heart is for the man and woman in the street, and this format I'm doing is of your poetry with Bhaktivinoda Thakur's poetry. I think it's like we've done all angles of vision, the Siddhanta, the life story. I asked somebody today if they'd translate it to Swedish, and so we'll see what happens. But the format of poetry, I think it's attractive to the innocent. So I'm on that tip at the moment, and I think that's what we're feeling. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's even Jesus told his disciples to preach to the innocent. Basically, he said if they don't receive your message, and then shake the dust and move on, to somewhere else. And that's just basically that's the norm here. Because the other people, they're just not ready. The Lord actually moved on from Navadweep at first, uh, because they weren't receiving him. A lot of the student community got very, they wanted to get rid of him, and because they didn't, they got, you see how they get with the ecstasy. They don't like this ecstatic worship. It rubs people the wrong way because they're not ready for it. So he went to South India and got a better. See, he preached to the innocent. People liked it because he went there. He was chanting in ecstasy. He didn't hold it back. He showed that opulence, And see, in Navadvip, he more locked the doors, and it was just his intimate devotees. So then he goes to South India. Then Krishnadas Kaviraj says he withheld his opulences in Navadvip, but then he brought them out in South India and that was basically ecstatic worship. These are opulences. This is opulence. This makes you a goddess of fortune. Can you imagine a goddess of fortune? Because your life is just full of good fortune.
And how pleasing is this to Chaitanya and in our line that this is going worldwide? He was able to go around India. We were able to go all around the world just by pressing a button. It's amazing. But
Yeah, yeah, it really is.
I could charge if I had an electric bike, for example. I could charge that. I did have for a while. I could charge it in Witherspoons. I can charge my phone in Witherspoons. I can have a
Mhm.
coffee in Witherspoons. I can take a flask of coffee away from Witherspoons. As I said,
Yeah,
I don't spend money very much in supermarkets. And these places are nice places to meet people. Often you're in that mode of goodness and you feel it. They're giving you food and they feel nice. I'm always, is there an opportunity to go further? Often there isn't. We're in the mode of goodness. We like it. So,
yeah, yeah. You just have fun with it, man.
fun. That's it. That's good, right? That's
You
you got to have fun. Not this when you press on to crystal consciousness. It's hard. So I didn't have the higher reference point to give. Or Rangalekha, bless him. Together we were looking, what can we give people if we're going to tell them they've got to do this and show?
yeah, no, it's great. I'm kind of breaking up a little bit, but
Yeah.
what kind of microphone did you get?
I'll show you.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you're not using it though, right?
But the fitting, the fitting doesn't fit the phone.
Oh really? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
But I try again. I've got the receipt.
yeah. You just go, yeah, just go with the phone. Stick it in there.
It doesn't, unless it's at the top. I don't think. No, I don't. I'll have to look a little bit more.
Okay, yeah, you'll find it. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah. Let's chant a little bit. Oh. Actually, you know what? I think that. Well, I'm just going to read a little bit and then stop. I think it's just enough on my voice right now. Okay, I'll read a little bit more here. Okay. I think I'll read some. I'm going to read Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let's see. Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. 4:1. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivishwan, and Vivishwan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind, and Manu in turn instructed to Isvaku. A little bit of purport. Herein we find the history of Bhagavad Gita traced from the remote time when it was delivered to the royal order of all planets, beginning from the sun planet. Isn't that nice? This Bhagavad Gita was given to the royal order. See, this truth is so secret and so deep, and it was given only to the kings mainly, and then they disseminated it down. See, they were magnanimous people back then. See, here the kings of the world are demons. They take this occult knowledge, but it's not this even, because this is hidden from them. They take occult knowledge and they keep it for themselves, for their selfish interests. See, it's not like acharyas. They may keep it because they don't want to, people not ready for these things, but they keep it for themselves because they want to dominate. They want to use this deeper knowledge to dominate. See, that's kind of it's intelligence, but kind of crafty. It's twisted. See, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Lila, is pure knowledge because you get this knowledge and it benefits you so much, and you also want to benefit others. See, work for the welfare to help others come to accept these truths because these truths will rock your life, man. It just transformed the whole thing. Okay? Can you imagine people don't know? Oh, really? It's all life is about finding a disciplic line and listening to the knowledge handed down into it? Yeah, it absolutely is. You know, especially by the living devotee. Okay, it's fine. You get Prabhupada's books or the Bible, but that Bible and those books are to ideally meant to be in the hands of a living devotee. See, because this you need that vibration. You need to be purified to get to even understand these things. Come to that point. You got to get a little jump start. See, so people don't even know that come into cyclic line. See, look what they do with the demons. They have this knowledge and everything, and you have to go through. It's also another hard thing. You have to go all the way up to 33 degrees before you really learn anything much of value. But then it's selfish, and then the initiations are demoniac. It's horrible. The whole thing is just a can of worms. It's just horrible. See, here you come in, it's the same principle, but opposite. You come into disciplic line, and here we're teaching openly, just like Jesus. He even told the Pharisees, hey, I preached openly. He went and just preached publicly. See, that's real magnanimity. That's why people have the Holy Spirit now, because he preached it publicly. See? And with Moses, people didn't get it openly. He didn't preach it publicly. With Bhakti Siddhanta and Bhakti Vinod and Prabhupada, they didn't preach it publicly much. See, so it didn't become like of an interest, like, oh, this is where it's going. Yeah, ecstatic love. It's in the books, ready for our introducing it into the world, into the stream of consciousness. See, so you listen in disciplic line and you get a knowledge that's given usually to the royal order. But this is the good news. The Lord wants to give this knowledge publicly and make you the royal order and you and everybody else, if you think like that. See, make you all of the royal order receiving this knowledge. That was the instruction Lord Caitanya gave. He would meet people and give them the same instruction usually. Chant the holy name incessantly and teach Bhagavad Gita and liberate the world. People need to know these little simple things, and you got to come to the point of you realize, well, this devotee knows another level of consciousness that I don't know. So let me go and listen, and that usually takes some purification. We have some people, they come in, they think, oh, they know just as much or more than a real devotee with ecstatic attraction, real ecstatic attraction. See, so that has to be purified to the point where you come into that just natural. It's a natural thing, natural submissive mood, and all this, because it's ras in that. It's actually a spiritual ras, and you enter in that way, like that. See, then you enter the discipline. Then you get the favors given to a gentle disciple, which is in the word. By hearing the word and relishing the word of the devotees, you're like Mars Pariksha. You go back to Godhead like that. You don't have to die or anything. You feel God in your life. You feel Krishna, his mercy, his presence, his bliss. You want to do this service. You want to be around devotees. Yeah, I think I got to stop. I'd like to do more, but my voice gotta take it a little easy. I didn't actually sleep much last night. I was a little worried about something. Got myself in a little hot water. I blundered into something. So let's see. Let's see if Krishna saves me. Okay, I know that you are very okay. Dear beloved, excuse me. Oh yeah, you're soon to start chanting and calling upon Him and give us association. So much mercy. Yeah, that's the way it's got to be, and then everybody becomes more like that, more and more and more. You start calling the Lord, and you become ecstatic, and people feel it. That from you, then it's like they say, we're here to make acharyas. From you, ecstatic prem emanates. See, and by your revelation and realization, ignorance is destroyed. Lolita and Johan, from that ecstasy, they preach nice words. Yeah. Govinda also. Yeah. River. A lot of devotees coming here, coming up the ranks. Probably some others too that just too shy to give class right now. Yeah. Shamagori says it was an amazing class you gave this morning. See? That's how it's empowered. See, he loves that. He likes living with Krishna. Isn't that nice? Nice friend to have, huh? Lord Caitanya, Krishna, Bhakti Vinod. That's amazing. A neophyte disciple asked Prabhupada, "Could I read Bhakti Vinod's work?" And Prabhupada said, "But would you understand them, his books?" And so, in other words, you won't understand them, and you'll misunderstand everything. People even misunderstand Prabhupada's books. It's not easy to understand. That's why the living devotee needs to be here. You need to get to understand these things through purification. Through service and surrender. Service by hearing regularly, following that order, until you become ecstatic. And then you just follow the opinion, and you're walking in the air now. You're just walking on clouds. You're up there with the demigods, man. You're up there. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, don't worry. Lord Chaitanya will keep you here. Where is there? Where else is there to go for any of us, man? This is the best place, man. And this is conclusive, man. So all the devotees were like that. Yeah, like this little thing that got me a little hot water here. I just blundered into it somehow, and it just gives me a chance to just go back and take more shelter. I feel like Queen Kunti. It's just, and whatever happens, happens. Yeah. So, yeah, everything is opportunity to go deeper in service to Krishna when you're on this path. It's fun, wonderful. Okay, until we meet again.